Today, Tate went to a new park to practice his skills in a new location. A few things that can make this difficult for a dog are there's new sights and smells to explore, there are different distractions going on at the trail, and all of these together can be really exciting for a dog that cannot control his arousal levels as well as frustration. So it's important that we don't focus on strict obedience in a new environment for a dog like this. The most important thing is to practice calm reinforcement strategies as well as an emphasis on sniffing and exploring while maintaining connection with the handler. So I'm encouraging him to sniff and explore as much as he wants, and I'm just following him. The only exception would be if a trigger was present. So if a dog was coming our way, I would not continue letting him explore like this. So the first game that I like to play when we're at a new location is Ready Get It. Ready Get It is a 2-part game that asks the dog for focus and then rewards them with a hunting seeking game with a tossed treat. This game is a little bit more exciting. It is fast paced when the dog is really into it. He is a little hot here, but when the dog's really into it, it can be really exciting and fun and a little bit more high energy. So I don't play this game for long with him. I want to make sure that I sandwich it in with the ground cue. So ground is the cue I give the dog just for a placed treat on the ground. I am not dropping the treat at all. I am simply placing it on the ground. A dropped treat can even be a little bit too exciting for a dog that is too aroused because there is some movement involved. So in between the Ready Get It game, I am adding the placed treat cue. I want to make sure that I'm doing that calmly. Here, when he is playing Ready Get It, especially for a dog like him that is part hound, the hunting seeking portion of this, the finding and sniffing for the treat, is really rewarding, especially when there is a lot of traffic on the trail that's next to us. I want to make sure that he is getting a worthwhile reward for being around all that distraction. So here, there's no triggers approaching, so we practice our U-turn cue. It's important that he practices the U-turn away from triggers because I don't want it to mean always that a dog is coming. I want him to think it's just we're turning around, no big deal. So he does that really well and recovers, and we go back to some treat tossing. And then in just a moment, I'm going to do a scatter. So a scatter is different from Ready Get It in that scatter is a handful or more of treats that have been scattered into the grass for him to sniff. This is a calm behavior. It takes a long time for them to finish sniffing and finding the treats. Sniffing is a calming behavior, whereas Get It is a chased treat. It's one single treat, and once they get that one, they're chasing another treat. So that tends to be a little bit more high energy, whereas the scatter takes a lot longer and it brings the dog down in energy. I want to make sure that any time that I'm bringing him up, that I'm bringing him back down in energy, especially if, a dog were to come out somewhere. I want to make sure that he's not just escalating in arousal. Now, this is a really good location for him because we're in a huge open field right next to a trail with many exit points. I'm not cornered in. I can leave from multiple directions if I need to in case a dog does appear. If you put yourself on a trail with not a lot of space, tight space where you can't move, if a dog comes, you can't make distance that you might need away from them. But when I'm in an open space like this, if a dog did appear, I can make the amount of space necessary to keep him safe and comfortable. And if the dog is out of control, I have ways that I can get away from it. So right now I'm practicing here in the video. I'm practicing having him go towards the trail and away from the trail. Again, with no dogs present. And if a dog does pass, the game won't really change. But I want to practice having him go towards the busy area and then calling away from it. Again, I don't want him to really think anything of me calling him away from a direction. I want him to just think of it as a normal thing that we do. So in case a dog does come on the trail and I call him away, it's not suspicious. I'm not doing anything different or weird. Again, doing some food searches and really trying to keep his arousal low here.
Ready? Get. Ground. Ground. Get it. Tate, this way. Yes, good boy. Nice job. Scatter. Touch. Yes. Good boy. Ready? Get it. Touch. Whoops. Yes. Ready. Starter. Get it. Ground. Ground. Yes. Get it. Yes, get it. This way. Yes. Good boy. You want to scatter? Beautiful job, buddy.